I'd like to call to order the planning board meeting for the city of Peabody. Agenda for Thursday, August 3rd, 2023, 7:05 p.m., Peabody City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Massachusetts. This time, I'd like to suspend the regular meeting of the planning board in the continuance from the 7/20/23 to consider the amending of the zoning ordinance of city of Peabody.
Mr. Chair, on request of the planning board, myself and the Director of Community Development, Kurt Bellavance, met with Attorney Kelty to discuss this request. We met with Attorney Kelty this week. We went over what the proposal is, the site and the location, and we would ask for more information on what the actual plan is going to be before providing any recommendation. We wanted to see how it would fit on the site and what they were actually proposing. And speaking to Attorney Kelty, he had mentioned that he would try to get us more information, so he asked this to be continued to the 17th meeting. Letter should be in a packet of late ads that were submitted this week to the board and in front of you.
Mr. Chairman, in the matter of the zoning amendment for 535 Lowell Street and 8 Bourbon Street, move to receive a communication from Attorney John Kelty dated August 1st, requesting an extension of the public hearing until August 17th, 2023. Move to receive and grant said extension.
Second.
Aye.
At this time, I'd like to close the public hearing and enter into the planning board meeting. First item on the planning board meeting is the approval of the minutes of the 7/20/2023 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the board approve the minutes of the July 20th, 2023 planning board meeting.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
One present. Next item on the agenda is 0 Prospect Street.
Mr. Chair, there is I believe it was a previous meeting. Attorney Ankleys had wrote a letter to the board stating that they are undergoing third-party review, and that is taking place currently. So there's nothing new to update the board with in regards to the proposed hotel development. He had asked to continue that to the 17th, but I believe that had already happened at a previous meeting, so this item is already continued.
Next item on the agenda is 54 Prospect Street, map 51, lots 4, 4A, 4B, 4C, and 4D.
Mr. Chairman, in that same meeting that we chatted with Attorney Kelty, we had also inquired about this address. They are also undergoing currently reviews, third-party review, and we have yet to receive anything new for that. So Attorney Kelty had provided the board, it's a late ad letter requesting continuance of that item.
Mr. Chairman, in the matter of site plan review for 54 Prospect Street, move to receive a communication from Attorney John Kelty dated August 1st, 2023, requesting an extension of time until August 17th, 2023. Move to receive and grant said extension.
Second.
All those in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is 47 Tremont Street, map 75, lot 164.
Mr. Chairman and the board, during that meeting as well, we had asked Attorney Kelty for an update on this or where this project stands. They are also meeting with Department of Public Service, well, with our city Director of Engineering, Robert Langley, to discuss this project. I believe they have met and discussed their path forward with reviews. There is nothing new that's been submitted, but I did speak with Attorney Kelty, and the board I know had been asking for an as-built on what is currently happening out there. On the second page of the plan, it provides a current conditions for the site, which includes the back site as well as the utilities, which Attorney Kelty stated is a as-built. I will say that there's still items that have not been completed from their original approval, and that will still need to be done. But that second sheet, it's the current conditions sheet of their plan, does show what currently exists out there. But there is a letter that was submitted this week by Attorney Kelty as a late ad requesting a continuance on this matter.
Mr. Chairman, in the matter of 47 Tremont Street, I move to receive a communication from Attorney John Kelty dated August 1st, 2023, requesting an extension of time until August 17th, 2023. Move to receive and grant said extension.
Second.
All those in favor? Unanimous. Next item on the agenda is appointment, 210 Andover Street, map 51, lot 008.
Mr. Chairman and the board, I am going to allow to talk to members of this design team. We were reached out to by representatives that are working on a project for the mall. They are requesting, as they'll explain, but this is part of the parking lot that is right next to the Lifetime Fitness, which was part of that large site plan approval that took place back in 2018. And this project is still, the whole mall kind of redevelopment is still taking place at the moment. They were approved for 4 electric charging stations. They're here requesting to amend that to now 6. And I am gonna, I believe, Rebecca, can you hear us? Or Christopher, can you hear us as well?
I certainly can. Can you hear me?
Would you like me to share my screen with the plan?
Yeah, that'd be great. Appreciate that.
Is there a page that you would wish us to go to?
Yeah, if you don't mind, it's labeled A3, and I can tell you PDF-wise, that is page 6. Actually, A1 is just as good, where you would just actually, I apologize, A1 is probably better. Okay. So first of all, thank you all for taking the time and allowing us to add to be added to the agenda. My name is Chris Yancic, and I'm the design manager for the SAI group out of Salem, New Hampshire. We project manage the design and construction of EV charging stations across the nation, primarily for Electrify America. And this is one of the sites, and as was mentioned, this was formally approved and in the works, but due to the redevelopment, some things have changed. Primarily, the largest is we are now proposing, per our client and the site host, 6 fast charging stations and dispensers instead of the original 4, and which requires a little bit larger of a footprint for our equipment. And the secondary major change is that we changed our primary run, our electric run from our site to the utility source of power. Instead of running a straight line through the parking lot, we are now kind of jogging to the northeast to a sidewalk, and then taking a 90 down to an existing transformer right in front of the Lifetime Fitness building.
At this time, do we have any questions from the board? Dorado?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you to the applicant, just as a matter of curiosity, because I don't have earlier sets of plans, where exactly are these located?
So our site is located in the same location as the original location, about 100 stalls west of the front door to the Lifetime Fitness building.
Didn't hear the last.
It is in the location where there's the Container Store, and it's the same parking lot that also abuts the Lifetime Fitness. But these ones will be located right in front of the Container Store.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the board? Yes.
Thank you, through the chair. A question to the applicant. Can you please explain to us what this future BESS cabinet by others is? And are you expecting us to approve this future thing without seeing it now?
So the BESS is effectively a very large battery. It's an energy storage device that Electrify America can use can charge from the utility while customers are not using the dispensers in an attempt to offset utility costs, power outages, whatnot. It's at the time of construction, for as far as this plan is concerned, it would amount to simply a concrete pad. At a later date, Electrify America would presumably propose the physical BESS equipment and infrastructure.
Well, thank you for that. So I guess as far as this board's concerned, we're approving a concrete pad.
So our equipment pad will, as we propose it, will have 3 power unit. We call them power units. They're what power our dispensers, and a piece of switchgear. In front of those, it will be an empty pad, which provides flat level access to electrical equipment per code. And then at some point, yes, EA may propose updating with effectively a large battery.
Yes, but
Okay.
a lot of our reviews involve sight lines, making turns, seeing cars coming at you and such. So
Understood.
that's how I see it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions from the board?
Just quickly, I see there's a lot of reference to working with Peabody Municipal Light Plant or coordinating with the Peabody Municipal Light Plant. Are you in touch with PMLP currently?
Absolutely. We've been in touch with them since for well over a year. We've had on-site meetings, and yes, we have an approved design plan from them, the whole 9 yards. Yes.
Any other questions from the board? Hearing none, I would accept a motion.
To clarify, this is for a request for a minor modification.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the modification before us for 210 Andover Street, going from 4 charging stations to 6 fast charging stations and ancillary equipment. So moved.
Second.
Second, Dr. Otto. Could I have a roll call, please?
Attorney Diane Cooper.
Aye.
Mr. Joseph Gagnon.
Yes.
Dr. Judith Otto.
Yes.
Attorney Peter Arvanites. Mr. Roy Simos.
Yes.
Mr. Matthew Genzali.
Yes.
Mr. John Ford.
Yes.
Attorney Mark Perlman.
Yes.
And Mr. Thomas Betancourt.
Yes. Motion carried. Next item on the agenda is correspondence.
Just really quickly, Mr. Chair, I just wanted to point out in correspondence, many of you probably saw the news article today, but there was a letter from Mayor Betancourt in regards to the 210 Andover Street proposed mall project that was in your packets, and he's requesting some conditions to be added to any potential approval or for the project.
The other item on the agenda is a landscape plan for 5054, which was in your packet that was delivered by mail.
Mr. Chairman, that was provided, the original application for 5054, sorry, the application before the board right now for 5054 Prospect Street had provided the landscape plan for their original application back in 2020, as it was going to be very similar. They have since updated it to now show the 3 buildings rather than the 4 that was shown in 2020.
Item 3, we've just went through with the change to 210 Andover Street. Item G on the agenda is City Council, none. Other matters probably before the board.
I just really quickly, Mr. Simoes had asked us to reach out to the applicants and project developers over at Stonegate. I've since talked to them, and they are prepared to come before the board at our next meeting to discuss the project and provide an update to the board.
Thank you, Drew. Just a question. Do we need to make a motion receive the letter from the mayor? No? Okay, it's not,
No, it'd be very similar to a memo sent by Department of Public Services.
Okay.
The board received it in their packets. It's part of the record.
thank you.
Hearing no other comments, I'll accept the motion.
Mr. Chairman, move to adjourn.
A second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.